Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Sorry I was not on last week. It was a hell week at work and I just could not make it happen at all. But let's hope for smoother sails, smoother seas, smoother something this weekend and the coming week so we can get back to this. All right, Saturday, October 14th. It's 3:25 p.m. here in the Arizona desert and life for me is peaceful once again. So looking at bitcoindaily.com has always got more for you there. Commodities are a big deal right now. Now, this is a daily chart. These would have stopped on Friday, although let me check that. Is that today? That's the 13th. Yeah, they stopped on Friday. So top left-hand corner here, dollar strength index. Took a little bit of a dump towards the end of the week, and oil followed it really. Gold followed it. Silver followed it, sort of. Maybe gold and silver kind of fought it. But the thing is, dollar strength index has been just a rocket ship to Pluto, and it has just been like just wrecking commodities and the market and everything else. So dollar strength index was just a monster. Began to take a little bit of a cool off. This is a daily chart. Then of course it pumped right back into that upwards channel, where it will probably continue in as the week gets started again. But this is interesting. With the dollar strength index actually pumping or moving up, at least on Friday, we see this is crude oil, boom, exploded, bouncing off of previous support and resistance. I have a feeling that will probably continue regardless of what the dollar strength index does. Some people say it may get over $100 a barrel again. I'm just looking at U.S. oil. That's my ticker. We shall see. If I was gonna, that'd be something I'd bet on this coming week. Not financial advice, just saying. Anyway, gold and silver. Gold top bottom here, top bottom left. Gold on the daily chart bouncing off a previous support, in my opinion, support and resistance. It's breaking right now above the 200 moving average. On Friday, that's the white moving average right there. That is some powerful stuff. So if gold may be making a nice rally, I myself plan on Monday probably picking up a little bit of gold. Now silver here, it's not breaking the 200 moving average yet, but definitely it is. If we look, it's kind of playing. We're seeing a lot of commodities like this. We're seeing a lot of stuff like this. It's playing with previous support and resistance in its chart. Let's just go right here. Bam. See. It's kind of like gold is doing. It's bouncing off previous support and resistance. And we can look up here at oil. We can roll this way back here if we want. Oil's bouncing off of previous support and resistance as well. So we definitely have commodities getting a little bit sparky right now. So oil rolling into next week, in my opinion, this weekend while you have a chance. Before the prices go up, fill up if you can. You probably will be happy about that next week. Gold making a beautiful run. If it breaks that 200 moving average and continues up, I mean, look at last time it broke the 200 moving average. Boom, look at that. That's the last time it actually really made a strong break. And how did it run before it actually turned around? Let's see. It ran forecast. That thing ran about, before a big trail off, it ran about 7%. Overall, it was up about 13%. So, really, you would have seen this. You would have been able to score, 7 to 5% probably off that, no problem. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Just beware, just be watching. I think commodities are probably going to be pretty strong going into this week. I myself will stop by the coin store and probably buy some silver coins this weekend, some little silver eagles. I love them. Also, boom, let's look at a Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours. It is 1.1 billion. It's up about a 0.1 since the last couple hours. Looking at Bitcoin overall on an hourly chart, looking at longs and shorts getting wrecked, I would say people have been trying really hard to long and short with some leverage, but you look at these big buy and sell spikes that come in, and look at these just kind of bar patterns that we're seeing. I can't really mark them on this chart here, but just, watch out. If you're using leverage, watch out because the whales are just creating liquidity for themselves by wrecking those longs and shorts like you'd not believe it. So be careful with your leverage. Looking at Binance, where all the big time volume is, longs are 64% for Bitcoin, 35%. I'm sorry, longs for Bitcoin are 64% long, 35% short. Yeah, not bad. But also for Ethereum, I don't usually mention it, but longs are 73% long, 26% short. What the crap? We'll look at Ethereum before we check out of here, because there's a lot of confidence in Ethereum going long recently. I know there's been some news about it. I've been a little bit busy this week, but I know I heard some news about this and that and things that are happening on Ethereum. So it could be, it seems like it's getting a little bit reinvented with some new projects that are coming along. So looking at the big exchanges, all of them, it's a mix of green and red. More I see red than in the green. As far as volume last 24 hours, it is weekend. It's a scary, crazy weekend. Volume is trailing off. Don't expect big volume this weekend for spot trading pairs. Oops, one sec. I kind of screwed something up there. I think it's back in there. Not sure if you guys can see my disaster. There it is. I'm back. All right. So looking at this here, Bitcoin coming in at 26,837. Someone call it a buying opportunity. It very well might be. We're starting to see some life in the alts. Rocket Pool, RPL is making a move. Trust Wallet, whatever it is. Twit, I call it TWT. I know I have one, but I don't even remember why. Some mega shit coin back in the day that I bought a bunch of. Anyway, Trust Wallet, TWT, whatever it's for, it's up 10% last 24 hours. Claylin, Clay, I heard that a few times. That's up like 5%. And Rocket Pool, whatever Rocket Pool is, RPL, it is up like, 13%. That ain't bad last 24 hours. Lido DAO, I like that project. Is kind of cool. LDO up 3% last 24 hours. And Dogecoin, what in the world, up 2% last 24 hours? What is Dogecoin doing? Interesting. Let's check out ETH and Doge before we check out of here, okay? One more commodity to look at. I know this is Bitcoin Trading View, Bitcoin Daily View. Gosh, Bitcoin Trading View, Bitcoin Daily View. But I'm looking at everything sort of recently, just because the crypto market isn't that exciting. So let's look at the big picture and see what's going on, because right now the big picture is the little picture, and the little picture is the big picture. So this is a big mess, this chart right here, but I'm going to sort it out for us so we can make a little bit of sense out of it. Now, if we look just right here, this is uranium. This is UEC. It's Uranium Energy Corp. They're out of, I believe, Texas, I think. I like them. And uranium is quite the commodity. So if we look at a Fibonacci sequence on the last run, we're kind of in no man's land right now, but it has run definitely. This is a weekly chart. So right now it's kind of in no man's land. I wouldn't do anything with it. But if I actually delete this Fibonacci sequence here, look at a larger weekly Fibonacci sequence, what do we see here? It's still kind of in the middle of nowhere. But what I do like is the way this Fibonacci sequence is kind of sticky. I mean, it's kind of sticky. You definitely can see where how it works. And here's the 200 moving average is right there in the 618. And the let me make sure that's the 314, not the 140. That is the 140. Interesting. And at 140, people, that is becoming more of an interesting moving average. The 140 is right there on the .5. I'm just going to ignore the 314 for right now. But if we look, this is interesting stuff. So we definitely have a .5, which would be a sturdy bounce point, and there's support there. There's some sturdy bounce spot here. The 200 is down by the 618. If you just look big picture, ever since basically about 2020, about March of 2020, uranium started going crazy. And if we do look, I know this is kind of a, some would call this a bit of a boomer trade, but I'm just going out there. I'm just expanding my horizons. I mean, if you just sat in that, if you bought it back in the day, you'd be up, oh gosh, wow, a whopping 4%. Anyway, guys, just something to watch. I'm watching uranium. I think it's interesting. And UEC might be something I get into if it makes a really good retrace and bounces at a legit level. We're just expanding our horizons here at the Daily View, okay? And also, I think watching what uranium is doing, and also seriously watching what commodities are doing, and watching what the dollar strength index is doing. These things are all really, really important. So we'll start doing that. As far as the S&P and the Dow and everything else like that, the big indexes, I'm just going to ignore those because it's weekend. They were crazy last week, and there's just not much point in even looking at them. Anyway, so looking at this here, this is a live multi-cam from Gaza amidst the imminent Israeli ground invasion. Anyway, guys, this station here, this YouTube channel, is actually rather powerful. I like what they're doing. He gathers little clusters of live streams from Gaza, and maybe you could give a crap less. Maybe you want to see it burn. Maybe you don't. Whatever. Maybe you think that it's an open air prison. Whatever. I put it in the it's over at Bitcoin Daily View. I just posted that, and also I will right now, real quick, I'm going to stick that in the live chat here. If you care, it's just something you might be interested in following. Morning is coming. It's a little after midnight there. It's 1:34 1:34 in the morning, and a lot of people are watching this. The stream's got like 1,282 watching right now. Some cameras come and go. Sometimes moves it around. If you would like to see what's going on in Gaza, while it can be seen, this is interesting. It matters to me. I'm curious. I'm watching. The world's watching. Now, how Americans responded to the inflation crisis. This is recent, and of course, this little chart here was made. Make this a little bit bigger. This is from 1,009 U.S. respondents, 18 to 65 years old, surveyed April of 2023. Source Statista. I love that name. And basically, here's the thing. I was reading a bunch of articles like this. There's a bunch on Zero Hedge. And the idea is that for the most part, there really aren't any Americans unless you're like making, I don't know, $500K a year and you're single and you live in a yurt or something like that for free on public land, and you live on venison and wild harvested mushrooms. You're probably broke. Okay. So inflation is really a pain in the ass here. Most of the things that I'm buying as far as food wise are 100% since January 2020 up. So are we in a recession? I don't have time for these a-holes to tell me whether I am or not. I am in a recession, okay? And everybody knows it's in a recession. So it's on the way or it's happening. This chart is rather interesting. This is why we need to make our money in crypto while we can, while we're trading, and check out hard assets. Like I myself, I'm not keeping money really in dollars anymore. I am some, but a lot of it, I'm just keeping it in silver coins because I don't trust this crap, I don't. So it's nuts, you know what I mean? And keeping it in crypto is not a bad idea either. Just, hedge your bets, you know what I'm saying? Because don't think the man doesn't know where your crypto is. Even if it's on a hardware wallet, the man knows you've got it. Every damn Satoshi has been accounted for on the blockchain, on the Bitcoin blockchain. Don't think it ain't. Trust me, those big ass intelligence industry mainframes are doing something. We know very well that the Bitcoin blockchain is public. So don't be one of those like dudes that's like bald with the like Spartan beard and the come and take it t-shirt. It's like blah, 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 blah. No, don't be silly. The man can take you out whenever he wants. So don't think he doesn't know where your Bitcoin is. Anyway, according to findings on this joint survey, 64% of U.S. adults said they spent less on non-essentials. And I saw some other articles that basically it's like most people are definitely curtailing their spending habits right now. So I spend less on non-essentials, more attention to bargains and deals. I cut back on non-essential journeys in my vehicle. You can tell a millennial or like a Zoomer made this. A journey. No, it's a trip. You go to the grocery store. Everything's a journey with millennials and Zoomers. It's a journey to Sprouts to get a pumpkin, whatever. I do not go out for dinner, lunch anymore. You can see these numbers here. So that's like, non-essential 64, bargains, I'm after those things, 64%. I take less journeys in my vehicle, 39%. I don't go out for lunch or dinner anymore, 39%. I use less gas and electricity in my home, 32%. I gave up some of my hobbies, 27%. And some people, 11%, are making probably more than $250,000 a year. And there's, like I say, and they're single, live in a yurt, ride a friggin' bike, live on, wild harvested venison and mushrooms. I guess 11% of America is doing that. And if one of you 11% are watching, I want in on your community. So if you want to like drop me a little DM, please do, because I'm totally there. I'll be an asset to you. Trust me, I'll do the daily view right there from my yurt. I'll skin the the deers and everything else. I'll help out. I can wild harvest. I'm a survivor. So please DM me, get me out of this freaking concrete prison that I'm trapped in. So with that said, on the way out, I'm going to mention something our little friend here said. Why I'm mentioning this is not about a political bias. What it's about is I wish that we had JFK right now. John F. Kennedy, if you just in YouTube, just search for like, I think it's JFK freedom speech or something like that. Some of the speeches he gave and some of the things he said and some of the stuff that we're learning continually over time that happened in the administration while he was, president. John F. Kennedy saved this country, from World War III. And anyway, right now we don't have a JFK. We have a geriatric retard, okay, who whatever whatever, whoever orders him to do whatever, he's doing it. Okay, so we have no administration. We only have the deep state right now. And so I wish we had statesmen who could say something even this diplomatic. Whatever happened to statesmanship and diplomacy? You tell me anybody in our government right now that could actually speak this eloquently, that could actually say something this true and honest. And I'll if I have any left, I'll send you a Bitcoin Daily View t-shirt. Okay. So trending, Vladimir Putin condemned Israel's plan to invade compared to, I'm not going to read it. You can read it. There's too many bad words in here for YouTube, but he said this, and I can say this because this isn't going to piss YouTube off. He said, this is statesmanship. Far from all of them support, edit it, by the way, far from all. But all of them have to suffer, including women and children. A war crime is a war crime, even if your feelings are hurt. And with that, I'll see you all later. Take care. I'll be on this weekend all I can. I really got to get back to this daily. Sorry, my schedule's been friggin' they're in a 15-minute slot free. As I can, I will. Hopefully the crypto market gets a little bit more interesting. We'll get it on some damn good setups, and I will see you all soon. Take care.